Hello, beautiful, amazing, fantastic world, and you, wonderful, wonderful individual. Today, I would like to speak about allowing the epochal and the higher spirits of this age to speak through us, to kind of think through us and feel and will through us. Of course, for us to hold ourselves to these loving, nurturing, warm, and moral beings, we will have to be conscious about it. We cannot fall into a mediumistic or lower our own human consciousness for to not give our human consciousness trust to be able to grow and develop to become more divine and more loving is kind of a sin, to not trust ourselves and to not trust in the higher worlds, but to be able to allow them to, both through creativity and imagination, let them play within our consciousness and allowing them to inspire us. It is not only inspiration, of course, it is also imagination and intuition. Imagination, higher thoughts; inspiration, higher feeling; and intuition, higher will. Of course, this is something we constantly have to practice and train all the time, for if we do not stimulate it, it will not grow. It speaks for itself, and that is where consciousness and freedom comes in. We have to wish and long for these things, and that is easier said than done, of course, but we do have a lot of say in what our interests are. For the more we interest ourselves in developing as human beings, as individuals, but also as a whole, the more we connect to the Archai, or the Epochal Spirits, the spirits of epoch, spirits of time, spirits of age, and to observe and to allow them to teach us what is showing itself in this age and what we are to focus on and what we are to develop and cultivate. Of course, it is a lot of variety on this planet, in many variety of ways and on many different places. But it is about finding out what is in this age. When we do, we lend our bodies and beings and our vessels to the higher spirits of the Archai. Michael, which are an archangel but are on his way to become a spirit of the age, which means the whole world knows who Michael is. He becomes an earth being in a sense. Not earth being as in earthly, as in Ahrimanic. No, it is as in the whole world kind of know who he is. That means every individual has a certain amount of influence by him. So, by us allowing ourselves to become companions of Archangel Michael, the more we allow ourselves to also take in the Christ, the moral, the true, the good, and the beautiful. Faith, love, hope. Without these, we slowly but surely ebb away. But the more we allow these things in, the more we flourish and the more confidence and also a certain amount of life force, an oomph, if you will, a spark. And this spark brings life. It brings about a certain enthusiasm, wonder, and a smile. It allows us to tap into and allow to be grateful, loving, and it is difficult to put into words in a true sense because it really isn't something that is normalized or have become common yet, but I think it does speak for itself. For the more we allow ourselves the wonder, the childlike wonder, the wide-eyed and whoa, that feeling for almost anything, it's a sense of gratitude. It's a sense of, wonder is the word. And this wonder is healthy, very healthy. For with that wonder comes a certain purity to it. for we do wish to have as little, how should we describe it? Well, doubt and fears and darkness and, well, dimming of our consciousness and our thoughts. To strengthen these things and to allow them to come more into consciousness is a process that takes a lot of time. And we cannot be, oh, it does not show itself now, so I will not do it. Well, how are you going to do it? It's like learning to dance, learning the alphabet, learning a new language. It requires time, a process, and the more we do it, the more it becomes second nature to us. It becomes kind of an autonomous ability of ours, like reading the alphabet. Think about if we had to constantly learn the alphabet anew every time we would go crazy. But thanks to our youth and to when we were young and learning the alphabet step by step so that it becomes an instrument of ours, just with the same with the spiritual science and our conscious thoughts, feelings, will, and our directions of them. So in freedom we do embrace these things and find out for ourselves, and don't take others or my word for it, but find out for yourself. That is where the truth always lies. By striving, by finding out, by experiencing and adventuring, exploring, studying, utilizing our imaginations. But we use it to connect and cultivate to what is real, what is concrete, what we can truly tap into and understand. For once abstractions comes in, it becomes hazy, misty, like a mirage of just... It's a cloud in a sense. And in that cloud, very little is distinct and defined. But the more we utilize our thinking, feeling, and will, the more it becomes defined, the more it becomes experiential, understood. Of course, we will have to have faith and trust that this is fully possible. For if we go around thinking that I do this, but I know it really isn't possible, obviously you have already created yourself a conclusion here, and that will lead you to nowhere. But having that faith and knowing that doing something over time will show results. It will show results. And once you have done this enough, once you have been proven right, quote unquote, many times enough, there are very little that can really make you doubt. For you do find out, and you do constantly strive to hold steady and consciously this knowledge. To see the spiritual and the higher hierarchy play both within us as human beings, outside us as both nature and etheric, astral. Of course, they do not work down into the physical in the sense that we might have a, not delusion, but we might misplace them in the physical. But the thing is, with the angelic beings, the one step above us, the angeloi, the angels, they only reach down to the etheric or the plant world. The mineral world is it's a hollow void to them. They cannot see the mineral. The archangels cannot see the plant world, but their highest is the astral, or their lowest is the astral, and they have one step higher again in their highest faculties. It's the same with above and below. So the angels has their lowest being in the etheric and their highest being in manas, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's manas, or spirit self. The archangels have spirit or life spirit as their highest, and their lowest as astral, and so on and so forth. So for us to connect to these higher beings, we will have to go beyond what's mineral. And of course, this I will go deeper into in later times when I can truly put this into more defining and detailed vocalizing. So, thanks everyone for listening to me. May you be protected, guided, blessed, and loved by Father, Holy Spirit, Christ, my God, angel masters of old, ancestors from every incarnation, and the higher hierarchy. And may you be provided for with all that you need to survive, live, thrive, being creative, inspirational, and healing to the world, so others can choose to follow when the time is right. Thank you so much for listening to me. May you be safe and sound. See you. Love you. Goodbye.